So far, we have a couple ABC7 traffic alerts out there. This first one I want to take you to is in the Pacoima area. It's on the 5 northbound. We had a big rig that jackknifed here. We're expecting this to be an issue until about 7 o'clock this morning. 2 lanes that are blocked off on the 5 north headed through Pacoima right at Branford Street. You do have San Fernando Road if you just want to miss some of that. Delays aren't too bad at the moment, but as we get a little further into the morning and closer to 7 o'clock, we might see that get worse. And so just remember, you do have San Fernando Road to take as well. And then we do have a temporary traffic break for a crash. Is just blocking about a lane or two, so we should get back to just being a lane or two pretty soon, but we'll keep you updated if we see that get a bit worse. It's been busy so far. Drive safely, drive slowly this morning. John, Rachel, I'll send it back to you for now.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough commute. Okay, Brianna, thank you.
Early and you drive slowly. We have another ABC7 traffic alert now, and this one's a bad one. Unfortunately, we have a fatality on the 10 westbound, and so this is really going to affect you heading through the Baldwin Park area from West Covina. So between about West Covina all the way up to the 605 connector, you're going to hit quite a bit of slowing. It's the number 5 lane blocked. We don't know how long it will be blocked for, so it is just one lane, but no, it's enough to be causing some pretty bad delays there. Not all lanes stopped. The crash itself was just blocking a lane or two at Figueroa Street, and so we are seeing some delays. Looks like tow is either there or almost there, and so we're hoping sometime in the next 15 to 30 minutes that this might get cleared. They might get that car off of the freeway, but we will keep you updated. That we have had our fair share of problems this morning, so just make sure you allow for some extra time as you're headed to work. Rachel, John, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Brianna, thank you.
Well, we've had quite a few accidents, quite a few problem spots, so leave early, drive slowly, drive safely. We have some rain in some spots, and it just seems whenever that happens, we do. This is unfortunately a fatality. It looked like we had someone potentially walking in lanes earlier this morning. It happened right at Baldwin Park Boulevard, but they only have the number 5 lane that is shut down, and this is just going to be until further notice. They don't know when they're expecting that lane to be reopened, so you're going to hit 1 lane closure there. The backup's getting a little worse, but through West Covina, pretty much all the way up to the 605 connector, you're going to hit some slowing. You have Ramona, you have the 60 to take as alternates if you can. Scott Reif up in Air 7 HD over another problem spot this morning. Hey, Scott.
Yeah, and
take you out to some of these spots where we are seeing some of the worst backups. Now, this one's gotten that number 5 lane to be blocked off at Baldwin Park Boulevard, so it is a pretty slow commute and drive out of West Covina up until you hit Baldwin Park right before. We had 2 lanes blocked off after a big rig jackknifed here, but they were hoping to have that reopened by about 6. You have San Fernando Road to take as an alternate if you just want to miss some of that. We are seeing delays a little worse, but we will let you know if that gets delayed any longer. We'll have another check in just a little bit. John, Rachel, Irene, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, thank you, Brianna. Difficult morning on the road.
Seeing it as busy as we typically would, I think, as we're heading into the holiday now. But we've had some bad accidents and problems on the roads this morning. Now, Nectar, and then we did have reports of an accident within that backup too. So just a little extra difficult this morning. We don't know when that lane will be moving at least, and the 5 is as well, but just a little slower than the 60. We're turning this over to Scott Reif now up in Air 7 HD with some breaking news. Hey, Scott.
yeah, Brianna, now they
just had another really difficult area pickup here. It's in the Burbank area on the 5 northbound, and we have some metal or wood debris in some lanes there, and reports of a lot of cars getting some flat tires. And so some of those have been moved over to the shoulders, but they're running a traffic break to try and get some of that moved off of the freeway there on that 5 northbound. So it's been a pretty tough commute there for some drivers passing through. There are also reports of potentially 3 cars involved in a crash. Unclear if they actually crashed or if it was just due to some of the debris, where we did have some damage to cars and some tires, unfortunately. So be safe driving through this area. They're trying to clean it up now. All lanes potentially stopped, but you do have San Fernando as an alternate. All right, John, Rachel, Irene, I'll send it back to you.
Okay, Brianna. Yeah, tough drive for a lot of folks out there. Good morning, everybody. Look at the weather conditions with Brianna Ruffalo.
Yeah, good morning. It's all been pretty light so far and spotty, but it's expected to pick up tomorrow through Friday, and that's when those flood watches will go in place too. With this, looks like the second storm is going to be mostly moving out late Friday, but we might have some leftover showers. It's just about a 20 to 30% chance as we head into your Saturday. Aside from this, temperatures will be a little bit cooler. We'll also have some fairly strong winds at times in the coming days, but then it all clears out, and it does look like we're going to have a pretty nice Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Dry weather expected. Still going to be on the cooler side, though, with some mid-60s, but just in time. We'll be clearing out. I'll send it back to you.
Thanks, Brianna. Coming up on Good.
Over to Brianna now. And Brianna, we have to make one quick correction. A minute ago, we were talking about how Kareem Abdul-Jabbar broke his hip. He actually said in his blog he wished it had been saving somebody from falling over a balcony. He actually simply tripped. But I would say if Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could save somebody, he would have.
Aww.
So we're going to still give him credit.
We wish him well either
Yes.
way. Good morning. Live at Doppler 7000 HD showing just some light showers passing through. We're not going to see the heavier pockets until times. So we'll have a flood watch that will go in place tonight all the way through Friday morning. And it's really going to be hit and miss depending where you are. The first rounds are going to be mostly Ventura County, and then some rounds for areas of the LA Basin and northern LA County. And then as we head into Friday morning, it looks like we might start to see some more in areas of the IE, Orange County, and becoming a little more widespread. However, these models have been changing every single day because these are cutoff lows. And so they truly just meander and they do what they want. And there's really no way to forecast them. So we will let you know as the days peeking through at times. And we'll continue to get just slightly cooler here in the coming days. This low pressure is going to drop on down and it's going to move right on in and get closer here to us in Southern California. And as it does, it'll bring us some heavier rain. Also embedded with it could be the potential for Ventura County, where we're going to see some pretty moderate to heavy rain at times, taking us into Thursday morning and then into Thursday late morning at about 11 a.m. We're still seeing that there. The rest of us light and spotty. And then by Friday morning, we could see a bigger round here with more widespread, steady, heavier rainfall. We'll see what happens with that. Anytime we've been seeing that over the pattern off there too, they'll be getting less rain. And then as we head into Christmas Eve, things will begin to calm down and we will dry out. Philip, I'll send it back to you.
Okay. Brianna, thank you.